What's going on? What's going on? I want to shoot this video, the intro of Drake having a baby by a porn star, and how Simps will never learn. So the video, I'm gonna just start off by saying Simps will never learn. And I know this for a fact because before I decided to take the red pill, I used to be out there simping, and I know this for a fact. When I was simping, I felt good. I felt good. The more money I spent on a date, I felt more of a man. I felt good to be like, hey, baby, let me go out, get you Victoria's Secrets. I was thinking about you. I'm just being real. At that point in my life, I felt good. I felt good saying, hey, baby, I got us a room at the nice hotel. I felt good saying, hey, baby, let's go out. Let's see the movie. What you want, popcorn? I give you extra Twizzlers. I felt good doing that. So before we go into this video of Drake, having a baby by a porn star and try to hide it to the world, I just want to start off in saying that simping is something that a lot of men take pride in because this is what society teaches men to do. Society teach men to go out, get a lot of money, buy women nice handbags, nice purses, diamond rings, or a girl's best friend. It's a lot of indoctrination that goes on, and most men don't really see this. Most men don't really understand that they're setting you up for failure. Like they're telling you go out and get these resources to attract these hoes, but these hoes, the end game is not really loyalty. The end game is just for them being taken care of. No matter how independent a woman is, a woman want a guy that's rich and established so she could just be taken care of for the rest of her life. Come on, man. Don't be fooled, man. So when it's all said and done, fellas, sit back, grab your popcorn, grab your crabs, grab whatever you need to do. Sit back, watch this video, and understand that simps will never learn. At any level, whether you make 40,000 a year, whether you make 50,000 a year, whether you make 80,000 a year, whether you make six figures, or you worth probably $80 million like Drake, simps will never learn. Simps will never learn. And messing with hoes will always cause you shame in the long run, because how do you tell your mom, hey mom, I got a webcam girl pregnant? Hey mom, oh, I got a porn star pregnant. Hey mom, I got a prostitute that really walked down Calvert Street in Baltimore City pregnant. How do you feel? You wouldn't even feel right. As a man, in your heart this is not right. Even in the Bible it talks about, staying away from the whore's house, the scarlet's house, as they refer to. Even the Bible tells you to stay away from a hoe's house. It's in the Bible. The Bible tells you to stay away from a whore's house. So with that being said, this is it. This is the times we're living in, fellas. Prince Harry, marries a feminist, and Drake has a baby, with a porn star that he was trying to hide from the world because she was a porn star, which is embarrassing. Like I said, dealing with sluts will cause you shame. So this is the world we're living in. Amber Rose married Wiz Khalifa and left Wiz Khalifa, now dating, multiple people, but guys are still pursuing. Black China had a baby by Tiger. She had a baby by Rob. And you know what? Now she's dating an 18-year-old guy and he's about to marry her. Guys are still pursuing. So guys, this is why MGTOW is important, because you sit back, you can walk away from the fuckery, you can walk away from the nonsense, excuse my language, but you can walk away and you can stay out of it. And if you mess with a woman, you keep your resources, but you don't get these women pregnant. You don't marry these women. These women are not the type of women that you marry, and these women are not the type of women that you impregnate, and these women are not the type of women that you even want to interact with other than, a weekend. Don't fall in love with these women. You stay away from these women. These women are the type of women, and I want to get you the visual. Women are like the enemy, man. So if you're really dealing with a woman, understand, man, unless she serves you, she serves no purpose. And most of you guys, you don't have it like that. You don't got it like that, because most of these women only respect the money. So if you're not peacocking, if you're not showing a woman like, hey, I have a Bentley, most of these women are not coming in to serve you unless you're just overseas. And this is why I talk about, the power of the passport, and why having a passport is a great situation. Because here in America, holes are bigger and badder and braver than ever. They're getting more courageous. Feminism is getting out of control. Feminism is growing into be a beast. And now, the lady that married, the royal in England, come to find out she's a feminist. So these are all points for the feminist movement. These are all big hoorahs for the feminist movement. You know, all the webcam girls, they are so excited. Like, oh my God, Drake got a porn star pregnant. Hoorah, we are on the right path. And guys, like I'm trying to tell you, watch the game, let it go on, but don't get involved in this game because this game is it's getting out of control now. Anything goes, you know. Shout out to Drake's son. He doesn't deserve any of this, you know, and you got to understand too, when you out here simping and you're making bad decisions, you know, the life of the kids that you're going to affect by, you know, dating hoes, because you're not going to stay with the hoe. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. So just like Drake, you know, had sex with the hoe, got her pregnant, you know, he left. When you have sex with hoes, eventually y'all are going to split. Y'all are going to leave. But now you have a kid involved. Man, it's just not worth it to mess with hoes. Understand, guys, it's not worth it to mess with hoes. It's just not worth it to mess with hoes. Take care. Enjoy the video. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, fellas? The rabbit hole runs deep. I try not to get into gossip. I try not to get into what's trending because I'm red pill and I'm going my own way. But today it's hilarious, and I made many videos on simping and how simping ain't easy, how simping can lead to an early grave. Now, the biggest simps of all time has to be Drake, none other than Drake. And Drake has millions of dollars. So, and one thing before I start this video, one thing I have to say, guys, is what a woman considers a real man is totally different than what a man considers himself to be a real man. A man, in his eyes, will view himself as a real man that pays his bills, independent, take care of family, all the good stuff. It sounds good on paper. But a woman, what she considers a real man, is a guy that will step up and change her lifestyle and pay her bills, the fairy tale stuff. And long story short, it was kind of petty, but Pusha T and Drake, they had a rap beef, and I guess Drake said something about Pusha T baby mother. And I hate to do this because I hate to gossip, but man, this is crazy, guys. Drake has a son by an escort / porn star, and I did a video a while back on dating webcam girls, and then I'm so ahead of my time. I'm really so ahead of my time because webcam girls are porn star girls too, but we're not going to get into that for this video. But long story short, ASAP Rocky had this girl before Drake. Mad other people had this girl before Drake. Drake knew that she was being shared, and ASAP Rocky allegedly was still smashing while she was pregnant, and Drake gets her pregnant. Ding, 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 ding. The simp of the century. Like, I mean, my man, like I say, he's a multimillionaire, and he can make his own decisions as a man. You know, I'm not his father. You know, I'm not the guy telling him what to do in the corner. But come on, Drake, ASAP Rocky smash, all these other guys smash, and you know she's the escort. You know she's a porn star, and it's just like, come on, Drake. Don't tell me simping is that real. I guess simping is that real. I mean, come on, guys. So now, Drake, you know, the guy, you know, the simp of the year, the simp of the century, the simp of the millennium, for 18 years, he has to pay for a child with a porn star, which is not going to really affect his pockets because it's Drake. But fellas, this is why you should go your own way, because you're going to realize that most of these women, they know that sooner or later some simp is going to come get them. And just how Prince Harry came and got his woman, which was a feminist that I didn't know about when I shot the video, but just how he came and saved her, Drake came and saved this porn star, 22, she's from Paris, had a little accent, probably lost her mind. But this is it, fellas. This is the game. This is the game. Guys know these women are sluts. Guys know what's going on in the industry, and some of these guys still don't care because most men are living in the moment. And this is what guys have to understand. What happened to Drake can happen to a guy that works a 9 to 5 that makes 40,000, and that situation is actually the worst. You know, because you make 40,000 and you got a kid with a slut. She's definitely taking you. She's not taking you to the cleaners. She's taking you to the grave because she's taking everything you have. But fellas, you have to understand. Don't have raw sex. Don't do it. Honestly, I don't even let a woman give me head. I really don't trust these women at all. Like, I could entertain, I could play around, but I really don't trust these women. So when it's all said and done, guys, Drake is the perfect example. Now simping has gone worldwide. Now, a lot of webcam girls and a lot of these hoes are really going to keep hoeing because Drake is going to, a guy like Drake is going to take care of you. Guys, you have to understand, and the reason I'm touching bases on this story, not to gossip, is because women are followers. What goes on in the media sooner or later can become your reality. Keep that in mind. You know, this is a tough one, you know, for the red pill community, because now women are going to be like, hey, I could be a porn star, or hey, I could be a webcam girl, or hey, a guy like Drake will come save me, because it happened. This is facts now. Drake got a porn star pregnant. Like, I really can't believe it. You know? Come on, Drake. She was sleeping around with A$AP Rocky, another entertainer, and you know this. And you got her pregnant. You know what happened? Drake fell in love. You know? And this is what guys have to understand. These women look hot. These women look gorgeous, but get love out of your mind, man. Look, not love out of your mind. Get falling in love out of your mind. Because when you're the type of guy to fall in love, it is very easy and very common to fall in love with a slut. I've been there before. I'm letting you know. I can never go back down that route again, but it is so easy to fall in love with a slut if you're the type of guy to just fall in love. See, Drake is the type of guy, he was a simp with money. He's the type of guy to really fall in love. All those love songs he was making, you know, he's just the type of guy, he has millions, so he could bounce back faster than the average man after he gets manipulated. But simps will never learn. Simps will never learn. You know? And guys, you have to understand, this is why you have trouble in the game, because guys with guys with millions of dollars, these are the guys out here running around, entertaining, and taking hoes on dinner dates. Drake was seen out caught with this, you know, and I don't know her, and you know, we all have God in our life. I don't want to be judgmental, but with this porn star, which is a fact, with this escort, which sells pussy, which is a fact, Drake came in and fell in love with her. Goodness gracious. Fellas, listen, in the red pill community, if you ever decide to leave the red pill community, please do not become a Drake type of guy. Please don't, because you can still fall. I don't care. I mean, I don't know Drake, but you make millions of dollars. I don't think you make millions of dollars just to have a woman come and take your resources that you fell in love with, and she left you, and now she's actually dating a new basketball player, and now she's actually on a new reality series, you know, called The Real Housewives or something of Atlanta. So these hoes, it's levels to this whole game, guys. Like the 9 to 5 guy, like, oh, hypergamy, my woman did this, that. You're not even in the game. You're just scrimmaging. Let the truth be told. You're not even in the game. You're just scrimmaging. And I'm going to say that again. You're not even in the game. You're just scrimmaging. In the real world, where real guys are playing, making real major moves, international, like Drake Baby Mother is for Paris, you're going to understand a lot of these guys are simping at an all-time high. That's why it's cool for you to go to MGTOW, and it's cool for you to go your own way, because in the game, oh, it gets ridiculous. Now this lady's set for life just because she has a big ass, and, you know, to me, you know, she I don't know. I don't think she's really that hot. But Drake, he fell in love with that pussy. He fell in love with her. There's no doubt about it. This is a fact. You know? My man procreated. No rubber, no condom with an escort. My man fell in love. My man went to dinner with her. Took her on dinner dates. He bonded with her. Guys, you got to understand, man. Falling in love with a hoe is a real tough situation. It's like really gambling with your life. It's like selling drugs and the feds is watching. You know, I'm trying to paint the picture, you know, what falling in love with a hoe is like. It's like wearing a wire having a conversation with Pablo Escobar. It's very dangerous. You know? It's like sparring with Bruce Lee. You know? This is serious. It's like having a shootout with the Taliban. Guys, I'm trying to paint the picture for you to understand how dangerous it is for you to fall in love with a hoe. Because once, listen, as a man, let's be honest. When you fall in love, you, as a man, you love hard. You know, when you fall in love, it's a serious situation. It's not to be taken lightly. When a man falls in love, he'll kill for a woman. Seriously, he'll really kill for a woman. He'll kill for his woman. That's what men did back in the day. You know, they went to war and fought for the woman. You know, that's what God, that's the love of a man. But one thing you have to understand with hoes is this is what they do. This is survival. You know, and I don't think it's really necessary to fall in love with the hoe, because it's like, you're going to end up looking stupid in the long run. It's going to cause you embarrassment. It's going to cause you pain. You know, how could your kid even, like for Drake, you know, son, he's going to grow up and like, damn, dad, you got a porn star pregnant? Like, you know, I wish him the best in the situation. I don't want to talk down with nobody, but man, guys, don't fall in love with hoes, man. I'm not saying be heartless, but you can always love people. You can love a woman, but listen, fella, especially all my guys that just follow me. If you're not following me, subscribe, because I'm definitely keeping it real. But listen, you can love a woman, but don't fall in love with her. Once you fall in love with her, you're done. You're finished. You know? You're finished. You're done. It's no coming back from that. And that's why most men ran to MGTOW, because they got their feelings hurt. You know, it's not bitching, because a lot of people want to say MGTOW guys bitch and complain. Now, it's not bitching, but most guys really fell head over heels. They fell deep in love, and they got scarred deep over a hoe. Let the truth be told. You would not be a MGTOW if you did not get your heart broken by a hoe. I don't want to hear that you dealt with a good girl and you were a MGTOW. I dealt with a single mother, got my heart broken by a hoe. That's how I found MGTOW. It happened to me. So if it happened to me, I definitely know it happened to you. If you're watching this video, you know. So with that being said, fellas, falling in love with hoes is a sticky situation. It's sticky like wet pussy. It's very sticky. And I'm laughing about it because now I'm so advanced in my red pill movement, I can't see it happening. I can't see it happening. I can't do it. I can't see myself fall in love with a single mother. I can't see myself fall in love with a hoe. I just can't see it. Because when it's all said and done, to me, a woman's history is important. And most guys, y'all are so concerned with a hot woman and a super bad chick, you know, that it's to the point that you are not even focused on reality. You're just focused on her looks, like she's not going to hit the wall. You're just focused on the right now. And look at Drake. Living in the right now could cause you pain and it could cause you shame. My man hid his son from the world. Like, my man didn't want the world to know I got a porn star pregnant. Like, my man didn't want the world to know that. ASAP Rocky spilled the beans and told Pusha T that's how he had the information for the diss track. This is crazy. My man had a baby by a porn star. Hey, fellas, with this being said, the game is really messed up now. Because now porn stars feel we can hoe, we can escort, we can do whatever we want to do. We can shake our fat asses. Most of their asses are fat. I'm not going to lie. We can shake our fat asses and we could come up and we could find a Drake. You know? Or like Prince Harry, his wife. I could run my mouth, I could divorce my husband, I could become a feminist, and I could be married to, like, you know, royalty. Like, fellas, this is really critical times in the red pill community. You know? may you guard your mind, guard your hearts, keep it positive, but this is tough times. You know, the simp of the year, and like I said, guys, in the beginning of the video, you know, what a woman considers a real man is way different than what a man views himself of being a real man. A woman, she thinks a real man is a guy that's supposed to take care of her, give her that fairy tale story. So even though a woman is a hoe, even though a woman has been piped out by numerous guys, she still needs that fairy tale story for her life. And that's all she's worried about is her fairy tale story. She's not worried about nothing else. But her fairy tale ended that's her end game. And this is what I want guys to understand on my channel, a woman's end game. Because the end game is important. In life, I mean, okay, you're 20, what's going to be your end game at 50? What's going to be your end game at 60? Your end game is the most important thing in your life. What is your end game? And guys, you have to understand, most of these women, their end game is not you. Their end game is a guy that's going to take care of them. So the simp is her end game. He's like the final boss, you know. He's like the master in her life. He's like Mr. Miyagi. You know, if you play Sonic the Hedgehog, he's like Dr. Robotnik. Like, he's like the last boss on the video game. You know, the last boss. You know, for all you old guys in your 30s, you know, playing Mike Tyson Punch-Out. You know, Mike Tyson was the last one you had to fight. The final boss. That's it. That's the simp for the woman. So where does the good guy fit in this picture, in this Western romance, in this Western novel? Nowhere. This is why I support men going their own way. Now, to me, I don't feel like men will go their own way unless they mess with hoes, unless they mess with, you know, women, you know, that were really out of control and broke their hearts and fell in love with hoes. If that was the case, most men would not go their own way, because when was the last time you ever heard winners complain? Winners don't complain. You never hear winners complaining. It's like somebody get a championship ring and still depressed. Think about it, fellas. Really think about it. This is a game. A feminist marries a royal, and a porn star, you know, gets a baby by the biggest rock star or the biggest rapper in the game. And the reason I say, guys, think about the future, because it's embarrassing. If the woman wasn't a rock star, Drake would be walking around with his son at the Toronto's Raptors game. You know, if this woman wasn't a porn star, Drake would be like, I got a baby on the way. No, but this woman is a porn star. This guy fell in love with a porn star. To all you guys out there dating webcam girls, get out. You know, don't be another Drake. In the MGTOW community, like I'm telling you, I'm making a lot of content, but most of the stories I learned from other men. And in this Drake story, it really changed my life. Like, really, no matter how fat the ass is, no matter how foreign she is, always wear a condom, man. Because when you have a son by a woman that's a hoe, it's going to be hard to really explain that to you, to the community, to your parents, even to yourself. Like, you have to live with that. Like, I got a hoe pregnant, you know? And as men, that's nothing we really value, you know? That's why I had to do this video tonight, guys. But like I said, man, think about what you're doing out here in this world and understand, man, if you love a woman, be in love with her, but don't fall in love with her. Stay in love with God. Take it easy. Keep it positive.